Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, if you're watching this video, the Phoenix Suns took win yesterday over the Brooklyn Nets in China, 132 to 127. Absolutely peak cinema basketball for being up at 7 in the morning my time. It was absolutely worth it. So shout out to the Phoenix Suns for making it worth my time, and I'm ready to do it again tomorrow at 4 in the morning Arizona time, so which will be 6 a.m. my time. So yeah, I'm either going to pull an all-nighter or I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to probably do the all-nighter option just because that's who I am. Yeah, there's a couple takeaways that we're gonna get into from this game. I wasn't gonna really be too technical with the China games, mainly because we're playing overseas. The players are, they don't have as much time to adjust to the time zones and their bodies and whatever, all that stuff. I'm more player orientated. I'm not a hot takes guy for the most part. I guess on Twitter it doesn't really seem like that, but if you tune into the videos and my other podcasts and stuff that I do with other people, then you would get that. But yeah, I mean, as a content creator, I still have to do my due diligence and break down these games and do as much as I can to bring in some content to you guys. But yeah, there's a couple things. So I recently wrote an article about Jared Butler and his performance in last week's preseason game against the LA Lakers. Pretty much just kind of, hyping him up a little bit. I think he had 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field. Today, he was 2 of 10 from the field. If it comes down to Jared Butler and Jordan Goodwin for that last guard spot in the rotation on this roster, I'm giving it to Jordan Goodwin 100%. Doesn't even matter. Just because of the fact Jordan Goodwin brings defense and what he did in today's game pretty much will top anything Jared Butler does. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Jared Butler, but there was moments in this game where I was like, man, what are you doing, Jared? Like, it looked like he wasn't really trying to create for others. And I think I really learned his identity as a point guard in the past 2 games. He's more of a central focus scorer, and that's fun, And that's just something the Phoenix Suns don't necessarily need. It looked like it was just give Jared the ball and get the fuck away. Some moments in the game, I know there was a moment, I believe, when the Suns were coming back in the fourth quarter there, where I think there was a steal. It was a fast break. Butler drove he was about in the mid-range area. Of course, the defender picked him up. Goodwin was wide open in the left wing there, and Butler took it up, and I believe he got free throws out of the deal. But the point is, he should have kicked it out. Jordan Goodwin was wide open, and at that point in the game, Jordan Goodwin was starting to heat up. As I said, Jordan Goodwin had 19 points and 7 rebounds in 2 quarters. That is a little bit insane, especially for a point guard. Jordan Goodwin almost posted a double-double in 2 quarters of basketball. But yeah, like I said, shout out to Jordan Goodwin. He really balled out today, and I hope he does become that last player in the Phoenix Suns roster, because he really does deserve it. His first Suns tenure didn't really go as planned. I always thought Jordan Goodwin was a great depth piece, and I thought he was I thought he was substantial in LA, to be completely honest. So seeing him back in Phoenix, I'm excited. I hope we can make this a long-term deal. But yeah, like I said, there's a couple takeaways that I have from this game. Dillon Brooks absolutely showed out today. Absolutely showed out. Surpassed my expectations 100%. Killed it from the mid-range. Was a menace on defense once again. And yeah, it was cool to see. Dillon Brooks really created his own shots a lot. Like I said, though, Dillon Brooks has been an amazing, impactful player, and I'm excited to see what more he brings to the Phoenix Suns this year. Game by game, we're seeing more and more how much hustle, heart, and defense this team plays with, and the energy is a night and day difference when looking at this roster today. And the Suns roster from the past 2 seasons in general has been spectacular. So it's nice to have that youth and that camaraderie back in the Suns team. And you need stuff like that to win games and build chemistry and just make things enjoyable for a long enduring season. So yeah, man, a couple other performances that I want to kind of talk about. Con Gillespie, also another guard, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Dude, the guards are getting really active on the boards. There was one possession this game where the Suns had like 6 rebounds, one possession. I think there was a tweet that was like, was this a good possession? Would you consider this a good possession of basketball? It was a good possession. The Suns had good looks every time. There were open shots. Nothing was forced. They just played within the groove of the game. And yeah, dude, the ball was just winning. They just couldn't get the ball to go down. But, we kept getting boards. Nick Richards was eating it up. But yeah, dude, the Suns have been really fun to watch. Gillespie, Goodwin, Booker, Brooks. There's been a lot of guys that have been playing good. There's a couple more things that I want to note before I wrap this video up. I wish Ryan Dunn wasn't so passive when he's in opportunities to shoot the ball. I feel like he was really aggressive when he first came into the league last season in his rookie year. I feel like he was just, there was no hesitation. I feel like right now it's just, he's not really trying to find his shot, or when he has the opportunities to get a shot up, he's not shooting it. And that's something that if Ryan Dunn wants to find a path in this league and be long-term in the NBA, this is something he needs to do. He needs to shoot that ball. I'd rather see Ryan Dunn shoot the ball and get reps in a preseason game and not be passive right now. This is the time to not be passive. If you're a non-shooter, these are the times to get reps up. These are the times to work on your struggles and see how you can come back from that. This is the time Ryan Dunn needs to be doing that, not when it matters in a regular season game. I liked what Ryan Dunn's been doing defensively, and I just feel like he can produce. He can be so much better on offense, and I don't know if it's because that weird stint where Mike Budenholzer, after the Rising Stars game, benched him, and he was just pulled from the rotation in general. I don't know what happened, but I just feel like Ryan Dunn has more confidence in himself as an offensive player and shooting the ball. Ryan Dunn's a great shooter. He's fantastic. He has the mechanics. He shot 33% in his rookie season. If he can get up to like 37, that might be asking a lot. Hell, 35, 36. If we can just keep progressing, these are the years to do it before it's too late and you're on the big stage and then you come up short because the guys that are not producing offensively weren't working on it, or weren't having the chances, or they weren't taking advantage of the opportunities to do it. Ryan Dunn can do it, man. Ryan Dunn has the tools. He doesn't have to change anything. He just has to get shots up. That's it. He has to build that confidence back up. Once he builds that back up, we're golden. I promise you. But also did have 11 points. 11 points. That's cool to see. He's been thriving in the pick and roll. He's just so quick too, man. He got a lot quicker and he's a lot bulkier, which is cool to see. He just excels on that short roll game. But yeah, one more thing I do want to note before I wrap this video up. Nigel Hayes-Davis. I got a lot of slack on Twitter for kind of being a critic of his this past game. I just want to see more from Nigel. The shooting from him in the past 2 preseason games haven't been too good. I thought he shot 1 for 5 in the first preseason game, and then I don't even know if he made a shot today. Maybe he had 2 points, maybe it was a layup, but I would just like to see more from Nigel. I believe he's such a good player, and there's just so much more production he can bring from the Phoenix Suns. I know he does a lot that doesn't show up in the stat sheets, and a lot of people I got called out for not watching the game, even though I woke up at 6:58 a.m. to watch this game. But there was just a couple times where I'm like, damn, Nigel, like, these are the opportunities we need to capitalize on. Like, there was a time where he had open cut to the basket, and the ball just fell out of his hands, and it was a turnover. I think the Nets went down and scored. But there's so much opportunity for him right now. And I know Jordan Ott, as much as I want to see these two-way guys play, I want to see Kobe Bryant play badly, and I'm sure he will, and maybe tomorrow's game, or for sure Tuesday against the Lakers. But Jordan Ott has to do his due diligence to find rotations and lineups to see what you can do. Can you win with this roster? That's something you got to find out. And maybe there's a little bit of pressure from Jordan Ott, from the front office, kind of seeing that these past couple seasons, Frank Vogel got fired in this first season. Mike Budenholzer got fired. The stakes are a little bit lower this year, but maybe the pressure is still the same. Jordan Ott's coming in with these younger guys as well. This is his first time in a head coaching role. He's been in a lot of assistant coaching roles. He's worked his way up the chain. He deserves it. This is his opportunity, and now he has the time to prove it. And it seems like everybody's bought in on Jordan Ott, and that's a huge thing. Nobody was bought in on Frank Vogel. Nobody took him serious. Mike Budenholzer was an alcoholic, and he lost the team by December. Jordan Ott, it sounds like he's very involved with the drills. I heard that in a Kobe Bryant interview. I'm excited for it. It's so nice. It's just like a huge relief and weight lifted off our shoulders to finally just enjoy basketball again. And I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the past 2 seasons. I just didn't enjoy them as much as we should have. You know, I will always have a high respect for Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant, but going forward, like, this is a new era. You know, Book is finally the first option. You solidified first option. It's not Chris Paul here. He doesn't have Kevin. He doesn't have Brad. It's Book's show. It's his time to be a veteran, be a dog, be a leader, communicate, lead these guys to the next level, and he can do that. And a lot of people are going to learn that the hard way. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Take on the Nets tomorrow. Hopefully we can have a better first half than going down 20-4. But a win is a win, and I'll take a W any day, no matter how you can get it. If it's ugly, it's whatever. As long as you can learn from those mistakes, capitalize, and get better, that's all that matters. I want to see Jalen Green and Mark Williams come back at some point. I'm assuming they will make their debut during the regular season opener, I believe on the 22nd against the Sacramento Kings. So that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all showing love. Make sure to subscribe, because I don't want you guys to miss out on any of these content. Just enjoy. Be part of the journey, man. It's cool. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff this season. Love you all. Peace.